We will wait. Good afternoon, Prabjot. Good afternoon, Anish. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all of you. This is actually the first live of the year, and I didn't want it to be a lecture or a long motivation talk. Happy New Year, Angel. Happy New Year, Ananya. So we all start New Year with lot of noise and lot of pressure also. So I felt there are many of good afternoon, Sonia. So I felt many of us just need a quiet and a serious start. So if you are there thinking about changing your 2026, it can be your routine, it can be your mindset, your studies, or you want to work on the consistency, then I think you are at the right place. Good afternoon, Mehek. So before we begin, type in the chat one word that describes how you are going to enter 2026. One word that describes how you enter 2026. It can be you want to work on your discipline, you want to work on your confidence, or you want to restart something. So let's start from here. I'm waiting for your answers in the chat. Ananyash, you want to be responsible. Anish is sleepy. So Anish, you want to start your 2026? You only want you want to sleep. Oh, Angel wants to become independent. Great. So write one habit that you are struggling with. It can be something that you honestly feel that you are struggling. So which is one habit that you want to keep? One habit that you want to drop, and the habit that you want to try. Now, okay, procrastination. Now, what is this? You want to keep, you want to drop, or you want to try? Now, for example, I want to keep my positive traits, and I want to drop what I struggle a lot with is overthinking, and try to mingle with people who are different from me. This is what I want to do. So you also have certain things that you want to keep, drop, and try. Okay, Angel wants to drop procrastination. Good. Anything that you want to try? Getting out of my comfort zone. Yes. Happy New Year, Mehek. Thank you so much and wish you the same. Angel has already replied that she wants to become independent. She wants to drop procrastination and she wants to get out of her comfort zone. Now, how will you get out of your comfort zone? Okay, there is Tanya. Tanya, ma'am, आप क्या कर रहे हो? I am just interacting with people who want to restart their 2026 different from what they did in 2025, as it is the first day of the year. So Angel, how will you try to get out of your comfort zone? So that means it is same, you want to try like ma'am to mingle with people who are different from me. Because that is my comfort zone. I feel very comfortable with people who have the same mindset, who are positive like me. So now I want to try and start working with people who are opposite of what I am. Thank you, Tanya. Wish you the same. So there is something common between me and Angel. I am still waiting for others to reply. Or there is nothing that you want to try. You want to continue with the same things and same habits. Okay, there is another question. What is one thing that actually stops people from starting something? Whether it is starting something, starting a relationship, or starting you know, any sort of startup that you feel, what is the one reason that you feel is a hindrance? Okay, Ananya says it is laziness. Do you think actually it is laziness because of which we are not able to get started? Anything else? I'm still waiting for the responses. Sonia, too much leniency. Yes. What else? I'll give you three options. It is lack of time, or it is fear of failure that you don't want to take any risk, or it is laziness. Ananya said it is laziness. But do you think actually it is laziness that stops us from starting something? It can be fear of failure also that stops us, because we are so habitual of being successful in our life that any failure, it really changes. We get upset. We want to, we start grumbling because we have never ever experienced failure in our life. And there's a very good proverb that failure is the stepping stone to success. Okay, Anish also says comfort zone. So you're so comfortable. So how will you try to come out of that? Yes, anything that you want to ask me, you want to know before I continue with what I want to ask you? Okay, Anish says small efforts. Yes, small efforts. Once you come out of your comfort zone, you have to take certain risks in your life if you want to be successful in your life. It can be a risk of anything. You have to compromise with your sleep. You have to start studying and focusing, which is missing because we are so technically, or we are so much dependent on technology these days that we do not want to change it under any cost, in any cost. Anji, anything else? Angel, how to deal with stress? Okay. You can deal with stress when you stop giving importance to people around you who do not matter in your life. Now, for example, if I talk about myself, the way I deal with my stress is I go for yoga classes, which actually helps me to release all my stress. That is my workout routine. Second is, there is no such word in my dictionary where log kya kahenge, because I am not born to impress anyone. My family is there, they are supporting me. My I have that confidence that I'll be able to handle everything on my own with the trust that your family members show towards you. I think that is one of the easiest way. We are stressful because we are more worried about people around us, not about ourselves. So once you start loving yourself, when you start giving importance to yourself, your stress decreases. So start giving importance to yourself. Whatever you have decided, you don't need anyone's approval. It is only your family that should matter. They should be, that is what should matter in your life, that your family is there to support you. So when we stop impressing others, half of our stress goes off. Ashna, welcome Ashna. Angel, I think I have been able to give you the answer that you were expecting. Now there are certain things, I've categorized what is a myth and what is a fact. Now, small habit change that you want to bring in your life, is it a fact or a myth? Small habit changes that you want to bring into your life, is it a myth or a fact? It's a fact. That if you want to change certain things which you feel are stopping you from growing in your life, that is a fact. It's not a myth. Small change like if you do not get up early, start getting up early 15 minutes to 15 minutes prior to what actually is your routine. So small changes will make you be positive in your life and it will give you growth. Now, missing one day stops your progress. Is it a myth or a fact? That if you miss one day, and one day it can be missing your classes, missing your office. So do you think it is going to stop your progress? It's a myth. Yes, it's a myth. Thank you. Good. Almost everyone has got it correct. Okay, just 5 minutes on Instagram. And it is never 5 minutes. Do you think it's a myth or a fact? We generally scroll and we say only for 5 minutes I'm going to spend on Instagram and then I'll stop and I'll resume with whatever I'm doing. So it's a fact or myth? Yes, Ananya, Ashna. Fact. Angel says it's a myth. Sonia, fact. Yes, we say we'll scroll the Instagram for 5 minutes, but it is never 5 minutes, it is 5 hours. Okay. I have heard, students using this statement a lot. ये कल से करेंगे मैम. Do you think it's a fact or a myth? If I give them anything to do and they are not in a mood, they'll say, ma'am, kal se pakka. Tomorrow we'll do it definitely. It's a myth or a fact? It's a myth or fact? Tomorrow never comes. Yes. It's a fact. कल करे सो आज कर, आज करे सो अब, पल में प्रलय होगी, बहुरी करोगे कब. I remember this doha from Kabir Ji's poem, which I studied in, I think, in class 10. There is never tomorrow. If you want to do something, it should be right straight away, that very moment when you decide about it. Tomorrow doesn't come. Anything else that you want to ask me? Anything that you want to share with me? Okay, so New Year resolution is a fact or a myth, ma'am? Okay, New Year resolution is a fact if you abide by it. Otherwise, it is fooling oneself. Now you have to tell me honestly, did you change your any routine since the day began? It is a fact for me because I got up at the same time. I went for my classes at the same time. I did everything honestly and religiously the way I did in 2025. So it's a fact for me. But if you have made any resolution and you could not start it for any reason in the morning, that's a myth for you. Anything that is written, anything that you think, if you do not follow it, it's a myth. So, anyone else? Was there a moment you almost gave up, and what kept you going? Okay. Yes, there are moments when I also feel that I have gone low. You know, as my profession is teaching, and at times when I start teaching my students, I go to their level and I get emotionally attached to them. And when I don't see them progressing, that hurts me. And when it hurts me, at times I have tears in my eyes, but that is not a solution. So, and I start feeling low. So what do? Is I give myself again, I would say, an injection of positivity to myself to gather the energy and come back with a bounce, because I cannot think of being negative in life, because if I give up, I'll not be where I am today. So it's not that I do not have challenges. I have a lot of challenges. There are days when I feel very low. There are days when I feel that I should leave everything, because there are a lot of many stresses. But then I don't let that stress stay in me for more than half an hour, because I trust God so much. And instead of blaming, I start working, I start introspecting what went wrong, where did I go wrong, how I could have changed this. So after introspecting, I do not blame anyone. I recharge myself and come back with a bounce. So this is how I stay positive in life. Okay, thank you, Ashna. Anyone else has anything that you want to share, or you want to discuss, or any challenge that you are facing, have you not been able to come out of it? So now let's do something useful. Now if you want to remember only one thing from this live, you have to remember it is one habit, 1 month, and no pressure. This is how you can make your 2026 successful. You have to think positive, you have to set a goal, focus on it irrespective of whatever obstacles come to your life, come in between, and believe me, you'll reach there. But consistency and perseverance are the key factors for that. Instead of wasting your time grumbling, cribbing, blaming others, restart yourself. Because wherever you want to reach, you will reach only when you try with consistency. There is no shortcut for anything in this world. I think in this life there is nothing called shortcut. Shortcuts will give you happiness for only time being, but then you will start losing it. So stay consistent, don't take pressure. If there is a hurdle, work on it. Because if there is a hurdle, there's a solution too. But you have to think out of the box for this. People who know me, they know me very well that I do not grumble. I do not put blame on others. I start working on myself, and that is how I've reached where I am today. I also have 24 hours in a day. You also have 24 hours a day. There's a person who likes to spend 12 hours sleeping, 2 hours eating, 2 hours dressing up to impress others, and left with 4 hours. Now for that person has no time in life. I have 24 hours. I spend 6 hours in sleep, 1 hour to dress up, 1 hour whole day only to eat, and then rest. I make sure I'm working to groom myself and change myself for a better version of myself. So my competition is with my own version. I don't compete with others. And that is why there is less of stress that I have. So anything else that you want? Thank you so much, Jasvinder, Jasbir. Thank you, Ananya. If these are the questions, if there are no more questions, then we should continue. If you have something or else, we'll end the session here. It was very nice that you took out time to join. Good afternoon, Sunil sir. It's very nice to see you all joining my live on the first day of the year. And believe me, if you've got, if you have if you have got something from whatever we have conversed, your life will change. The only thing is that you have to work on yourself and you have to compete with yourself. Okay, then we end the session here. Okay, see you then. Have a nice year and have a successful life.